Hey everyone, my name is H. Shepherd Studios MOCs and Tutorials, and today I will be presenting to you my latest creation, the Battle of Balkeraan. Now to start off, this MOC is 2 normal base plates long plus one of these older, not quite the width of a base plate, but the normal length of one. So about like 2 base plates and 3/4. So that's how long this MOC is. So let's start over here with the side of the you can see all these clones are advancing onto the prepared defenses. Now, these things here are sort of like hedgehogs that would be used to block the advance of tanks. So that's what they're here for. As you can see, this Republic hover tank cannot get past these things. So sort of like a cheap anti-tank method that the defenders have used, which is pretty handy because they're already outnumbered. As you can see, this clone gunner here, who was sitting in his cockpit, has gotten a shot, so probably shouldn't have been out in the open. Now you got one clone lying down there, another one is getting blasted over there. This guy, thankfully, has a shield protecting him. And then there's just a bunch of other clones there shooting or getting shot and advancing. Now, over here, we have some sort of fence or barrier that the defenders are hiding behind. This guy, unfortunately, has also been blasted. And then over there, the Balkeraans have set up some barbed wire to not necessarily prevent, because the clones can deal with that fairly easily, but to slow down the clones' advance. And I made that chain linked barbed wire effect using some of these Lego chains that I just twist like this. And then, as you can see now, it sort of resembles barbed wire fence. So that's just, I wanted to do that in sort of like a World War II MOC, but I decided to do it here first, and I think it looks pretty good. Now up there, you've got another soldier in like a little watchtower, kind of. He's shooting down. This guy has fallen off the watchtower. And then here, you'll see there's a tree here, and then there's like a lever thing there. I'll just move this guy out of the way. And if you pull that lever, the tree falls down, and then there's a little bit of fire pieces there to make it look like the tree has been blasted from like the bottom and is now in flames. And I took that design from the moisture evaporator from the 2016 Resistance X-Wing. And I can put that up again if I want to. Over here, so I'll put this back down so you can see better. There's a rope bridge right there, and it's the same design as the one on the Ewok village, and it can like, it's kind of springy and bouncy. And there's a jet trooper that has landed there. There's also another jet trooper here that is flying to assist his buddy, and another jet trooper who has unfortunately been shot by some of the defenders. Now this guy has a big rocket launcher, and that's why his blasts look a little different than the other ones. And then there's also up here some room for someone to sit back there, like right there is sort of like a watchtower. And then there's also kind of like an overhang to protect from the elements. Now here I made, I used all of my rocky cliff pieces on other MOCs. So but I did have some of these like brown sort of like tree pieces from the Genosis Count Dooku set from 2013. And so I guess either it's just some brown rock, or it could also be a giant tree that has been hollowed out. And there's also some brown railings there. Here you'll find a bit of a crater with some fire. So that's supposed to be like the result or the outcome of a Republic bomb that has been dropped there, which is why I tried to make it look a little like the dirt or the grass had been like blown away and there was a dirt crater there, but now it looks kind of like it's supposed to be part of the other wooden structure, but I think it still looks pretty well. And there's some more barbed wire down there to slow down the clone's advance. And there's also a river that I think looks pretty nice. And all these things like the fence, the barbed wire, and the river is placed there to slow down the clones, and then also if they want to advance to the main, I guess, stronghold, they have to march through this area where they'll be slowed down, and it's sort of supposed to be like a kill zone or a meat grinder kind of, so they can pick off the clones even though they have a numbers disadvantage. Now finally, moving on to the back, you'll find another tree placed there, and then there's some sort of like little barrier there made from a piece that I got off the 2014 droid gunship. And there's a oh, that guy's helmet twisted. So blaster cannon, and similar to the E-Web design or the Republic blaster that's mounted on a tripod. There's one trooper using that, and then there's a captain over there making sure that no one gets through. And then behind the wooden structure thing, this is their main little command base or command area. So there's some control panels with a radar and some communications tools. There's also an antenna right here for communications, and some metal rungs so that someone can they can walk up, hand in the way, so they can walk up these metal rungs to get there, and then also a ladder to get to the Watchtower area. And finally, you'll find a little weapons rack right there with a blaster, and then the main general of the Defenders right here, which is just the General Dodonna figure from the 2021 X-Wing, but I figured I could use him here. And then this guy in like the cape and the black clothes, he's supposed to be like the ruler of Balkeraan, and he is now a refugee and on a run from the Republic. Well, that's pretty much my entire MOC. Well guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this MOC presentation, because I sure know I did, and I especially loved building it, and hopefully this can give you some inspiration in making some MOCs of your own. Now, quick note to any stop motion fans or stop motion animators, on my main channel, H Shepherd Studios, link in the top right corner, I am currently hosting a stop motion contest. it is still open. You have until June 11th to complete it. I'll link a video to the instructions if anybody's interested in that. And it doesn't even have to be Lego, it just has to be a stop motion. Well guys, thank you so much for watching. This has been H. Shepherd Studios, MOCs and Tutorials, and I'll see you next time.